Yeah, actually it is. I played other parts in other shows, but this is the first time I played an antagonist of that person.
Okay, and this role, how did it like affect your, I guess, your acting career, or has this been your first role?
No, it's not my first show. I've been a couple other things, but I've always been a good guy, and so now this is the first time that I've been a bad person, and to me it's a change. I think it shows me that I can do it. But effect-wise on the career, effect-wise on myself, I think on myself I tried to make sure that I just paid attention to what I was saying and made sure that people in the audience would actually feel what's happening, how real it is, and actually, again, how real it is. It's very, very real.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this, as you, because obviously as an actor you gotta get into your role.
Totally.
How did you feel getting into this kind of role? It not being yourself, obviously. How was that challenge to you?
Okay, the thing is also if I did a different role last time where I had kind of a English accent, and so it was hard to get into this role and to change my voice up a little bit. But also the same thing, I'm not really an evil person, so to think that way is very hard, and to think of things to say, and so if I'm trying to spit out a sentence or something like that, normally I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to say something very, very mean, so I had to really dig down deep and pull it out. And people do say oh, you change a lot when you get meaner, you get uglier and all this stuff, but it's not really true. I think you just have to know your limit.
And how long did it take you to get into this character?
I'd say by what rehearsal I actually got it. I think really when the lights get going, when we get the lights on and everything, that's when it starts okay, now I'm in it, and then it really starts to come out even better. Because sometimes the lights are on, people are looking at you, just kind of so I'm not really nervous, but it's just not natural. Lights go off, everything's going, music's going, it's now I'm in this role, So it takes a lot of coaching to do that, and work with my hands and everything like that. So it's really cool, really cool.
Well, I want to congratulate you. You did an awesome job.
Thank you. Praise God. It's all God. It's all God.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Doc.
Yes, thank you so much.
And success in your career.
Yes, definitely.
All the best.
Praise God. All right.
Thank you. I'm Sasha from Positive Teen Magazine, and I wanted to ask you a few questions. I understand you're one of the demons.
Yes.
Right, and I want to congratulate you first in your role. Very good job.
Praise God.
And how did you go about this character and getting it together, and just presenting it how you did out there on stage?
Honestly, multiple role changes. Just being able to allow God to use you to fit into a certain role, because a lot of people had problems going into that role because they're oh, I don't want to be a demon or a demon possessed or something fabricated with all these Hollywood movies and all this stuff like that. So just getting into the role and allowing myself to be a vessel, to be used by God, and just portray the best demon possible that I could. That's all I can think of, honestly. I wasn't demon possessed or anything like that.
And was this a challenge for you as an actor?
Honestly, no. I believe it was more, it was fun. It was fun. And tried not to come off too funny, even if the crowd enjoyed it. I was more one of the darker demons and stuff like that, while my partner Alex was one of the, rookies coming up. And just getting to the character was just very fun.
And how long did it take you to prepare for this?
Really short. I would say 2 weeks.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Have you done any previous acting things before?
Yeah, a lot of
theater,
a lot of theater, just a lot of stage plays. Working with a lot of cultural arts centers, and just allowing myself to use my thespian skills with the church. Just allowing myself to minister to the people that way by putting on stage plays and just going out in that manner.
Okay, so using your talents to help others.
Yes, basically. Put on a show, bring people to the cross, whatever I can do.
That's good, Jeff. Well, thank you for your time. Okay, and congratulations again
Thank you.
on your role.
Awesome.
Okay. So hello, Richardy.
Hi.
I'm Sasha Marina with Positive Tea Magazine, and I understand you're the director for this play.
Yes.
So how was the experience for you? You know, directing this. Is this your first year directing this play, or were you the director for the last 4 years as well? Or
This was an incredible experience. This is actually my first major production here, and it was just great. I usually work with the younger kids, but they decided to give me a chance to work with the adults, and I was able to put on the voice and the judgment. It was a great experience.
And how long did it get you to, take you to put this production together, working with your actors and all?
As far as working with the actors, we've been working maybe 2 months, close to 3 months. We've been rehearsing.
And how did you feel? How did you try to get the message across to your actors? You're not the director. It's that vision. How did you get them to feel that vision that you were trying to project to the audience itself?
Overall, because when you're doing like a heaven or hell, it seems very supernatural, so it seems kind of fake for people because they don't understand that. So I felt like as far as the characters, they need to be relatable. Be that person and tell that story. Don't try to act like a Michelle or act like a character. Be that person. I definitely had my characters research like for Michelle. I had her research on suicide. Look at videos of suicide, documentaries. Research cutting, and to really understand what a person is going through. When you're up there, you're not just, oh, I have to pretend I'm dealing with suicide. I have to pretend I'm a color. When you really understand the why people do what you're doing, then you're able to portray them as a character.
So did your characters come out with each of their parts, or did you come up with the idea of each situation that they were in?
As far as the situation, it was in the script, except a particular part, like I wrote that the domestic violence scene, and what I wanted them to do is to look into the part. I mean, you know how certain lines are written, but you have to go deeper. A writer doesn't just write a line and that's it. There's always a double meaning behind something. So find out why they're saying that. When you realize why they're saying that, there's different ways that you can say a particular line, and not just, okay, this is how it goes and that's it. You have to really understand.
And so, were your actors were they more professional? Was it a lot like a mix, or where did you get them?
It was definitely a mix. As far as the ending scene with Angela, she studied at New World School of the Arts, so she definitely has like the theater background. But a lot of the actors that we had, this is their first time on stage, and I treated them the same, on the same level, and I expected excellence from each of them. So they just maybe had to work a little harder, but we had to give them 100%.
And was this your first job as a director?
No, as far as directing, like I said, I've worked with the kids before. I also directed a few shows when I was at University of Florida. We did like little scenes together of either opera or like I also do spoken word, so we had to like put the spoken word together as a scene and not just, I'm going out here to do a spoken word. It has to like create an atmosphere, and so I've had a chance to do this, but this is my first time putting on together like a big show like this, so I thought it went well for my first show.
No, it actually did. So what did you graduate from U.S. with?
I graduated with a degree in music performance, but in opera, emphasis on opera.
Nice. And how come you didn't bring a little bit of that more into the show?
As far as voicing the judgment, I don't really see it as bringing that element of opera into there, because not everyone is into opera. So I'm slowly bringing it here into Trinity, and with little things that I've done where I'm kind of saying, okay, here's opera, and then I'll take it away, and then I'm just waiting for like the right time to put on a show that we've been talking about, maybe doing the Phantom of the Opera, but making it kind of hip-hop-ish, and doing elements of hip-hop and opera and drama. And I feel like if you present it to them in that way, then they're able to say, okay, I can deal with opera, but not everyone is into opera, so you have to be careful how you present it.
That's true. Well, Richardy, those are all my questions for you today. I wish you luck and and much success in your career, and thank you.
Thank you so much.